I have great pleasure to announce that we have amongst us Councillor Maxine Martin, our local mayor, Mayor of Merton. Councillor Maxine Martin was elected to the Merton Council in 1998 and within a year became Vice Chair of Education and later Cabinet Member for Primary Education and for Care Services. Councillor Martin is also Chair of Domestic Violence Forum and Youth Action Group. An engaging and enthusiastic person, the Mayor is extremely popular with the local community, and I believe she calls Baitul Futuh as her mosque. As the first citizen of Merton, I request Councillor Maxine Martin to come and welcome the guests.
Thank you so much, Your Holiness, honoured guests, fellow mayors, councillors, dear friends. I can't tell you what an absolute honour and privilege it is for me to be here this evening, and that during my mayoral year, the dream of this mosque has come to fruition. When I was but a lowly ward councillor in the St Helier ward adjacent here, and attending the meetings and looking at the plans, and it all looked very exciting, but it seemed but a far distant dream because there was so much money at stake and quite a bit of opposition. And for a time I just thought, this is lovely to talk about, and gee, wouldn't it be nice if it would be possible? But I didn't honestly believe that in my years as a councillor, it actually would happen. And as I said, in my mayoral year, I just can't tell you. This is just such a privilege and honour for me to stand here and set the proceedings off this evening and this inaugural night, to see so many people dedicated to their faith and meeting together here with so many different people from different faiths and joining in and sharing this wonderful evening, and knowing that when we leave here this evening, after having visited the mosque, been on the tours and looked around, and it's not the first time I've been here, not the first time I've looked around, but I never fail to be absolutely, well, speechless is not a word that readily comes to mind for me because I'm not very often. But when I have walked through and looked at this building, and in every part of this building you can feel the love that has gone into the planning, the decoration, the thought, and the prayer halls just fill anybody. You'd have to be an absolute moron not to feel in your heart the wonderful, wonderful mood in those prayer halls. And I know that Nasser is smiling there because he said to me this evening, have you got your hankies? Because the last time he took me around, it was just coming towards completion, and I stopped in the middle of the men's prayer hall, and there were no carpets, it was kind of barren, and I just cried. I just broke down because I could feel the love and the energy in that room that I now feel we all should take forward from this day. Remember our children. Bear in mind what we want for them. Take this wonderful mood that we have with us this evening, the feeling that we get when we walk into those prayer halls. Let's just use this as an evening of, yes, that was nice, that was the inauguration, it was a bit of a celebration. Gee, wasn't it nice to meet up with everybody? And we had people coming from Warwickshire and all the different, even as far as Sutton they've come. And I just want to say to people, keep hanging on, even when it becomes difficult. It's not always easy to love your neighbour, love the people around you, because they put you to the test quite often. But that is the test. When people are nice to you, when people will try to trip you up and take away from you that goodness that you know feel inside, just keep hanging on to it. Dip back into this evening and those wonderful thoughts and feelings that you had as you were going around this tour, and these beautiful ambience that we all feel sitting in here about to partake of our food together. People from all areas, and then enjoy here. What am I doing here? How would I know? Being brought up in my family and fatherland, how would I know that one day I would be part of such an absolutely superb celebration? What a privilege for me. I thank you so much for this opportunity, and I do hope very, very sincerely that we can bear our children in mind when we go forth this evening, teach them well, bear in mind what we want for things that we know. In this world, there's absolutely everything that any of us feeling that we get when we walk into those and we only need, let's just use this as an evening of some of us to have all of it and the celebration. Wasn't it nice to meet up with enough to go around? There's enough food to share and all water, and certainly as far as Sutton they've because the love comes from inside the and every child want to say to this planet, keep hanging on that core of even when it becomes difficult. We must celebrate, and celebrate again when the times are tough, and say, I open my heart and my arms to you, and bring our children into this world with love and without fear or favour, that we will allow any and everybody to celebrate in the faith of their choice. In this country, men have died, and women, so that we can celebrate the faith of our own choice. And I would die in a ditch also for that right for anybody and everybody to have their own faith and celebrate it. And I thank you very, very sincerely for allowing me to be part of this evening. And this is my mosque. This is Maxi's mosque, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.